everyone, welcome to the post-game show. That was a crazy game. We'll give him a couple seconds till the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a who won?
I won.
Corn Demonkin.
Yeah, it was Corn Demonkin.
It was the score wasn't unbelievably close. The game wasn't unbelievably close, but I think it was because a lot of your strategy was sound. By no means am I downplaying your strategy at all. It was a great strategy, combined with my insanely hilarious luck.
Yeah. Was bad moments.
Plus you had very good luck. I found your that one combat. You rolled what 5 out of 8
on a 5-up.
5-ups.
Yeah, and that's what killed Samuel. And if that didn't happen,
and then,
plus you had to fail a look out, sir, and all this stuff.
But the best part was he had a 3-up armor save and a look out, sir, and I failed both of those too.
Yeah.
And that's what led to his death. Yep. And it was hilarious.
Otherwise, he could have been
just gone.
There, right?
But of course, I failed 4 for 4.
I don't know exactly.
3 or 4.
You failed every
3 or 4 hit and runs.
Yeah.
But I tried people. And that's the important part of trying hit and runs. But MVP of the entire game for me, my librarian, with 1 psychic power. And when we started this game, I didn't know what he was psychic power, and then I rolled, and I got the Mind Eraser one, and we thought, okay, it's Warp Charge 3.
It's hard.
I'm only a Master Level 1. You can negate, and then I have to. And then on top of that, it only works for 1 turn unless you roll above a 9.
Yes.
And so I had 5 dice. I passed 3 up, and you failed your leadership test. But to be fair, your Bloodthirster still wiped out everything.
Yeah. Well,
he would have wiped out more.
Yes. He would have been less ineffective.
Yeah.
I mean, the big thing was that he hit against Samuel like he was weapon skill.
Yeah, he fought as normal, but I'm but it at least put that fear in you, he's only weapon skill 1.
Well, it meant that your power fists were hitting him on 3s and putting wounds on him, but then I just kept making the save anyway. So
the other thing I probably should have done is just followed him with my librarian and tried to cast that other one, Mind Worm, on him repeatedly.
Yeah.
Because Mind Worm would knock out initiative. If I did a wound to him, it would have knocked out initiative 3 a turn. So I can get you down initiative 1.
Yeah. Which
would have been funny. But yeah.
Initiative weapon skill 1 Bloodthirster.
The thing is with my list is there was equal parts Deathwing, Greenwing, and Ravenwing. And the problem was my Greenwing were highly vulnerable to.
Yeah, because I had so much AP3 that once I got in there, they were done.
My Ravenwing were vulnerable, but they were more maneuverable and more defensive.
Yeah.
And then my Terminators, you could not do much
touch.
to.
I was just
so that was the problem with my list was you had a third to go for, a third to pretty much go for, and then a third to ignore, versus your whole army where I had to go for it.
Yeah.
And in the end, it was I think against our list, it'd be much easier to target priority against my list because you just kind of ignore 2 things, and plus they don't start on the table.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I had 1 free turn where half the stuff's not there, and then.
Well, I was surprised it took bottom of 2 to get first blood.
Yeah. I think one of the other things that was really tragic was you so many times would have a flesh hound or a spawn down to 1
wound every time.
You wouldn't get hold of the line. You wouldn't get first blood. You all 3 of my scouting flesh hounds, they didn't kill bugger all, but they tar pitted and sucked up everything, and it was just for 80 points a squad. I guess one was 96 to that 6th them. That's value.
Yeah, one denied me. Well, the whole time they denied me first blood and hold the line. It kept me the entire game. I should have gotten hold the line probably turn 2.
It kept your bikes and the 1 squad in combat, so you couldn't overwatch. Your bikes couldn't run away. They did such a good job despite not actually killing almost anything.
Anything would have done differently. Probably that 1 turn where you accidentally ran away. But then, to be fair,
I got so excited about killing stuff that I forgot about the classic error of kill everything. And forget, I totally ran off the objectives and I don't get ascendancy and I don't get supremacy.
But I thought, my honest opinion, when you did it was, I thought you did intentionally, knowing that you had those cards for the following turn.
Yeah.
And you were just trying to stack up blood type points.
And it did work out really well because, the guys who could have held the objectives were the AP3 bloodletters who had to run off, and that nuked the bikes, nuked that tactical squad. It made a big difference. So it wasn't a waste. It was just...
No.
I could have maybe generated more cards earlier.
Who's your MVP?
Tempted to say the Flesh Hounds just because.
Yeah, they did well.
You gotta give credit to Well, yeah. I mean, despite the fact that he was literally fighting like this,
Oh.
Did pretty good.
Yeah.
Just blindly swinging.
I think, the more I'm playing, I'm trying Dark Angels people, and as you can see, I'm playing them. I do feel like Green Wing is probably the weakest aspect. If not Deathwing, it's Green Wing by itself is pretty weak. Deathwing have its strengths in the sense that they're survivable.
Yeah.
But the automatically coming in turn 2 is harsh sometimes because if you went first, I was worried that you were going to scout. No, you don't have any shooting.
Yeah. But if I had shooting,
it would have been crazy. It happened last battle report where my opponent had scout went first and blew out my entire army before they even got on the table.
Yes.
And that's the problem with them. Ravenwing are the strength of the Codex, and as you faced recently, you faced an all Ravenwing army.
Oh, yes.
And
I got dusted.
You faced the same list that I faced. It's in the warp, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But it's nasty.
Oh.
Nasty.
Just bikes and attack bikes and land speeders and. Oof.
And the second you catch them, they hit and run away.
Yeah, and they hit hard. Like they're not weak in combat either.
Dave puts fists in his squad.
Yes,
I really should. I just don't have the models, and I like to play WYSIWYG, which as you did, primarily as well. So
pretty much everything.
Maybe I'll get fists eventually and put them in my squads. But right now I'm running off all the guys from. I don't even know. I have 5 sets of the bikes from. I have 5 sets of the starter set, or 6 sets of the starter set.
Yeah.
So I'm running all that as my army. As you can kind of tell, my plasma cannons are pretty well as well, but they're from the.
Well, they just the thing that really hurt them is that they were stripping wounds because they're strength 7. They weren't auto killing the blood crushers or the flesh hounds.
No, they couldn't instant kill anything.
If they were strength 8, like if those were missile launchers, every time I failed to save, it'd be like dead blood crusher.
Exactly, and you have invols galore.
Yes, and that's the AP2. I mean, I just didn't care, right?
Yeah.
No armor.
Well, that was an awesome game, so thank you so much for coming. You gotta come back again if it's a tournament. You gotta come back and try more Demon Kin, it'll be fun. I wonder
any of the chaos flavors.
I know. Just hopefully they get a new codex and
or
maybe at least another Demonkin-ish army, like a Slanesh Demonkin.
Yeah, they talked about Tzeentch Demonkin.
I think that'd be really cool because Thousand Sons need a buff.
See, that's the thing is I almost be scared because Khorne was not very strong demons or chaos, and they made the Demonkin codex pretty not top tier but decent.
What could they do with Tzeentch?
Tzeentch is they're Thousand Sons are awful. They're fun, but they're awful.
They can make them better. Drop them by 5 points each.
Yeah. Well, they didn't drop anything in the Khorne Demonkin. They kept the points all the same, which is why the chaos.
And they gave them automatic upgrades to make them more expensive.
Mark Khorne. But the Tzeentch demons are they're good, right?
Yeah.
So,
So casting powers. It's gonna be fun. So we'll see. We'll see with the new codex. Next codex is Tau, but we'll see after Tau.
Yeah.
You might have to ignore the next 2 battle reports I play with Dave because I think it's just gonna be Dave putting his models on the table and be like, good game. We'll see. So, till next time, this is Jay and
Trevor.
Same.